Alright, now we're ready to start dealing with the actual code that runs the automatic emails for our registration forms. I think the easiest thing to do is to copy and paste. So we will go into our registration response sheet for the PubMed session that we already created. I'll click on the Tools menu and open the script editor. Now this page contains all of the script for our email response system. So we'll go ahead and copy all that, or select all of it and then copy it. We'll go to our Web of Science Scopus response spreadsheet, Tools menu, script editor, and we'll go ahead and name our project here, and this is Web of Science / Scopus JavaScript Summer 14. The stuff that's in here we don't need, so we'll go ahead and select it all, and then we'll paste over the top of it. Now, as you can imagine, we've actually got quite a few things that we need to edit. We'll start up here at the top. This stuff here at the very top basically just tells the system that whenever somebody submits an email, to check all of these different variables. I'm not the best coder in the world, and I'm definitely not the best explainer of how this code works. I just know that it does. And so there's a few things down here that we do need to change. And that's actually the order of some of this stuff. Variable 10 right now for purpose is actually out of order for this one, so I'm going to grab it. And it goes between the department and learn variables. So we'll paste that in there, and then I need to renumber all of these so that they are sequential. I probably could have gotten away with just leaving it there and doing some renumbering, but I like to have things organized a little bit. So that takes care of that. So the next thing that we need to do is edit the date that this session is taking place. So I'm going to come back to the form itself. Okay, so this is the Web of Science form. This is the date that this class is working, and I always like to come back to this and copy the date as I've typed it into the form itself, because that is what makes all of this run. What happens when somebody submits a registration is this code takes a look at all this other stuff, and one of the things it looks at is, did somebody submit this information? Okay, so did they select this information and then submit it? And if they did, then you need to do this other stuff, which means basically, send an email to whoever, and then send an email to the instructor. And so it's very important that all the punctuation and the spelling, of course, and spacing even matches exactly, because if this doesn't work exactly, then it's just not going to run, and it causes some problems for your users and for your instructors. So that's the first thing that we need to edit. There are sections down here for other classes. This particular class is only being offered one time. I choose to leave this code in here, which might be sloppy, but it doesn't really seem to affect anything, so I just leave it there. Next thing that we need to do is edit the title. So everything down here in red is what is sent to the person in an email. Okay? This is the stuff in red is what is printed. The stuff in blue is what the code grabs from the response spreadsheet. Okay? So we've got first name, last name, email, address, and the session that they signed up for, status, and all that other stuff. So what happens is the code plugs in the stuff in red, Then it looks at the response spreadsheet and it grabs the person's first name and puts it in the response. So simple as that. Alright, so then we need to scroll down here and we need to edit this as well. Again, I'm a big fan of copy and pasting, so let's just grab this, paste it in there, and everything else should be set. Okay, so that's the first part of it. We've still got a little bit to go here to make sure that we've got our email system working right, and we'll address that in the next video.